Fellow mechanics, I am Ben Pearson, the Roadster Tracker. We're back one more time with Mars Simulator, and this time we're going to work on Perseverance. So we're gonna try to get the achievements for Perseverance. There are two achievements that are left in this game that I just want 100% this. Wow, that was bad. Alright, let's try this one more time. Interesting. Alright. Well, we're gonna do this. So the two achievements, one is to completely strip Percy, and one is to finish all of the quests. Why do I have quest summary? Okay. Well, I was playing with that quest between. So we have 3 more quests left. Rover sometimes makes the same test again. Okay. Rover to keep you company. This seems like a good one to strip it. Problem with drilling, bits might be worn out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this is a premium time, 15 minutes, that's not very much. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't look so bad. And then I don't see anything else that looks like it is a problem. The dust, yeah, that looks good. And yeah, everything looks fine. So let's go check these 3 parts out. Oops. They're just straight out replace parts, aren't they? So Corning bit, drill contact sensor, and agar. Drill contact sensor, bit. It's a Corning bit and auger. And then what was the last one? Corning bit. Why is there 2 different bits? Is it Corning bit or Corning bit? Corning bit. Glad I checked. Okay. And I think that's probably it. Let's just check the tablet. Yep, we just need to restart the drivers. No big deal. That was easy peasy. Okay. Oh, there's a harder quest. Giving the rover a bit of a spa. Ooh, this is a good one. That's a good one to do the stripping. Yeah, let's do these quick quests. Now, we don't actually have perseverance in our museum. We did in the past. We have the other rovers, though, including ingenuity. Just no Percy. Let's see. Take this off. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look good. Poor thing has seen some better days. Don't see anything else that seems to be broken. Okay. Yep, this is broken. Oh, there's some parts underneath that are pretty broken, so we gotta take this whole thing apart pretty much just to get to those parts. Okay, it is the electronics board and there's nothing else in there. Alright. So let's go figure out with the electronics board what to do. Okay, take this guy off. We got a tape socket. Ooh, that's a lot of little bits. Okay. Resistor A. And then tape socket, another tape socket. So you get two tape sockets that are broken, all right. Okay. So RDS sensor, well, we fixed this. So RDS sensors, and then parts are gonna be resistor A, resistor B, two tape sockets, and I think there's only one CPU. Let's make sure that's the right thing anyways. Yeah, there's only one CPU. Okay, let's go back here. I don't remember ever seeing a tape socket before. It's an interesting part. Okay. There's so many little fiddly bits to get just right. What is a tape socket? Now I'm curious. There we go. That would be a bad job of soldering, but it'll work for this. So let's come over here. We're going to start adding in parts. Okay. And that should do it. Let's see. Where are you? Oh wait, that's right. You're not on the drill. It's incomplete. What am I missing? Oh, that's right. There was some right there. Oof. That was almost bad. Okay. And then let's check the tablet. It is fixed, so let's just put in the magic plug. And then we're going to push the calibrate button and away we go. I guess I should have chose the timer, but whoops. Let's see here. We're going to make sure we hit the premium option this time because we are doing the premium option. I'm sure we're doing this in plenty of time. Okay, crane. Ooh. So let's take this off. Anything else that's looking not particularly. Alright, so let's go over here. Whoops. It's just straight replace. No, surely it's gotta be room fax. Okay. Room fax. This does have an electronics box that goes with it. I would be pretty willing to bet that the electronics is also an issue. But this is easy peasy. Let's just go ahead and put you on here. Not sure what room fax is actually. Yeah, I didn't think that was repaired. I'm just looking for any kind of camera that might be dirty. Okay, let's take you off. Calibration target. Calibration target B. A. I don't see anything, so it's probably the electronics underneath. We'll clean this sensor up, but I'm pretty sure there's more to it than this. Although, you know, let's just go ahead and fix this real quick. Yeah, this looks like it's in pretty good shape. Yep. Okay. And then just to make sure, yeah. So we need to take off this. This is quite a bit fancier than Perseverance. So we can see the cage under here. This is where Ingenuity was attached. It's clearly something. Huh. Well, let's take off the covers, maybe? I don't know quite where to look. But it's clearly, we saw wherever the Roomflex electronics are, that's what we need to take off. There we go. Yeah, that looks to be right. Okay, let's just make sure. Yep. Roomflex electronics. Is there cover on this side? There is. Let's just take this off real quick. Okay. The UHF radios are the... Well, one of those is, I think, is the Perseverance radio. Looks like we got this all. So all we need to do at this point in time is go pick that up, put it in the box, reassemble, and I believe we should be good to go. Okay. Boy, it's hard to believe we thought this was a stripping operation. Guess we need to get underneath there. There we go. Okay. And then I believe that's it, so let's just check. Ooh, fixed. So all we need to do now is plug it in, and then come over here and calibrate automatically. I don't even remember what you need to do there, but I don't really care. I remember it being a pain. Okay. We got 2 hard missions. A lot of error codes. That has a premium. This does not have a premium, so we're going to try to do the premium service here, and the one that doesn't have the premium, we're going to completely strip it. I'm a little nervous. 20 minutes is not a lot of time for something that seems to be so crazy, but we'll see what we can do. Let's come over here. Okay, we got a little perseverance. Little, I say. Ooh. Alright, so let's start with the RTG. The curiosity we have on display has, you know, obviously it's not a real RTG, but they have the RTG that's there that has the back. It just has these kind of ominous fins. It's kind of hard to see actually from the angle that they have it. This is one of those annoying ones that you have to click for one screw. You can't just multi-click all the screws like you can on all the other ones. Oh well. It is an RTG, I suppose it's worth a little bit of extra safety. Okay. What else do we got? This guy, rear has cam, needs to be fixed. Ooh, we're already 2 minutes. Okay. The mast. Yep. That's gonna be fun. Got this guy. Not quite sure what it is, but it sounds cool. GVRT. Okay, I think we got all the parts that need to be fixed. Hopefully this is the case. So let's start with the RTG. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go inside. Scared of what we'll have to fix on the inside. Thermal insulation, we've got the, the protective covering is broken. All of that stuff is good though. So that's a good sign. So it's just the covering that's broken. So let's see. Roomfax electron. Hang on. Why? Oh, this is its own heat source liner. Whoa, the RTG cores are actually here. Interesting. I don't remember ever fixing these. The fact these are broken is kind of terrifying. Okay. Well, RTG core, huh? Is it 3? Gosh, if you have a 3D printer, they can print those up. And then the heat source liner. It's kind of terrifying, actually. It has this much power. Let's go ahead and fix this. Really hope I don't have to take this whole thing apart. Okay, good. So we can deploy you. Thermal insulation, the cover, and hopefully this thing will be fully fixed. Okay. Good. Rear has cam. So we need to take this off. Cover. Okay. Yep, we'll get you. Mast. Oh dear, we don't know what's wrong with you. Well, let's start with this, I guess. There's a lot of places where stuff can be buried. Okay, it's just a laser. Alright, I think the laser is, yeah. Finally, we've got this. Okay. Fill in drain valve. Is this where... I think there's an instrument that can actually use water that's brought from Earth to just kind of see what it does. I wonder if that's what it is. Okay. Rear has cam, super laser cam, high pressure tubes. So rear has cam camera, super cam laser, and then high pressure tubes. Okay. Let's just make sure 1, 2, and 3. We already got that. In fact, electronics we can trash. Okay, we fixed the RTG so we can start putting it back together while we're waiting for the parts to print. Okay. Looks like this was a very good choice. I think we'll be fairly close. Yep. And then we got one more tube and then the back. And then we'll have all of our parts. We'll be, I think we'll be by 8. We'll have 8 minutes to spare is where I'm thinking we'll be at this point in time. Which, assuming that, you know, there's no more other issues. Seems like it's such an awkward place to put the screws to get to. Oops, let's go pick up the parts. Okay, let's put you on. Super laser to the rescue. And put this case back on. Hopefully, we're gonna see this all work. Mass is good. Woo! That's what I was most worried about, so we're good. It's high pressure tubes though, so you would need a high pressure tube for water. What? This it doesn't have an atmospheric sensor, I don't think. I don't know. Okay, let's just hop up here, get the mast back on. Incomplete. All right, well. Yep. Fill and drain valve, okay. Now it's complete, good. Okay. It is kind of nice that the game will tell you when you have something that's incomplete, obviously. And just checking something, okay. Want to make sure that I was not clipping because I'm more sensitive to that than I have been in the past. Okay. If I'm right, we should be good. Rover is complete. Yep, it is fixed. Okay. Guess we can just complete this. Woohoo! We got an easy perseverance. just quick take a look at it. All right. Not a premium task, just something simple. We're trying to finish all of the missions though, so we're gonna do this. We're also gonna strip it down for the last mission. I got the chance to move the Rover. Ooh, it's not in great shape, but it's not terrible. Okay. Supposed to be fairly easy. So we got the calibration target. Let's go ahead and pull you out because you're dirty. I love how it has a little, what's obviously a calibration target that doesn't count. We got another calibration target here. Okay. Both of those need cleaning and looking at. Let's just take a quick peek around. Yeah, everything, this is the calibration target we obviously need to take off as well. We don't want to scrap them. Let's just take a quick peek. We're going to... Not surprisingly, they're all good. So, let's just read the... No preliminary... One more time to do okay, so it's probably the computer, I imagine. Because more time to do basic operations just sounds like a computer. Let's go ahead and put these back on though. It's good to clean the targets. I don't know that it does us a lot of good, but... Okay. So let's open you up, and probably the computer that's broken, I imagine. I wanted to, I think last night or something, I just had a little time to kill, and so I wanted to play with opportunity. And just, you know, remember it, because I am trying to learn a little bit more about the rovers through this game, so I can teach people about them. Man, opportunity is a hard one to take apart. Ooh, so we got 2 electronics boxes that are broken. Okay. These will be fun fixes. Okay. Yep, let's take you off. Okay, let's see how bad the damage is. Just 2 of them, that's not terrible. And then the other box, which is showing completely broken, but completely broken Just means one of these is completely broken. Okay, so we got some stuff to fix. Resistor E's. And a plug. So one resistor E and one plug, okay. Two resistor E's and one plug. One switch, two resistor E's and one plug. And then what is this? Tape socket. One tape socket, okay. We found these things are super annoying to get off. I mean, anything that has something that small is going to be annoying, so there's that. Another tape socket. So it's two tape sockets. One plug, one switch, and two resistor E's. And so four resistor E's. One plug, one switch, one tape two tape sockets. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. One, two, one plug, one switch, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's everything. Okay, let's just take a quick peek. The RC cover. Don't think we got that ordered. So two tape sockets. Yeah, pretty sure that's all right. Yeah, the RC cover we do need two. I may as well pick this up just so I don't forget. Alright, let's come over here. Let's get to soldering. Okay. And the plug. Plug just has one spot, which is really kind of interesting. Okay. Another resistor E. Okay. One switch. One tape socket. Okay. And I think this is the last one. Okay, plug you in and then put a cover on. Forgot to try to shut the cover, but that's okay. And then let's fix the other one. Okay, then let's get these guys back installed. I don't know why I'm acting like there's a time limit, because there's really not. Okay. Bing, bing. Okay. That should do. Let's just make sure. Good. So all we need to do is plug it in and get you on the road. Whoops. Complete. Accept. All right. We're gonna strip this baby completely on this one, because there is an achievement to strip Perseverance completely. It's gonna be a pain, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna get the last 2 achievements with this, because that's all the achievements that are left in this game. Just for the fun of it. How broken is it? It's not even that broken. Alright. That's fine. We're still gonna strip it. Okay. You don't have to take all the subcomponents apart, just the frame has to be completely barren. Oh. Well, it's a good thing we did take this card, because I wouldn't have noticed that there was a problem here. Obviously, anything that has a problem, we're going to have to take apart. I suppose if I was really committing to never playing this game again, I could strip it completely bare and then not reassemble it, but we'll reassemble it just because. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, let's see here. That's actually a lot of cash. Wow. We could probably afford to completely print a Rover at this point in time. Not too far from the truth, actually. Okay. Yeah, there were multiple boxes in here that definitely needed fixing. Okay, let's see. We're gonna strip this baby completely. Strip poor Percy. Okay. Okay. Let's start just taking off stuff. Everything must go. It's gonna be a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Honestly, in a lot of ways, this is less annoying than taking apart Spirit and Opportunity, so... At least it's not all hinge joints and stuff like that, like you do on those guys. Hinge motors and latches and stuff. I was hoping it would be more broken. Although there is a fair number of parts that are broken that we've taken apart already. Okay, let's take off the has cam. Take off the room vacs. I didn't think I was ever going to do this achievement, but this is literally the last achievement that I've got. So I'm going to do it by gum. Okay. We're getting fairly close. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff though, obviously. But Percy is kind of less annoying to do this to than some of the other ones. Just, you know, one single HGV assembly, for instance. I think Perseverance had 3 or 4 different parts. Or Curiosity, excuse me, this is Perseverance. That is the nice thing about this. You don't have to take a lot of parts off to get to other parts. Which is useful for playing this game. I don't know how much of a difference it makes in the real thing. Ooh, with the EDL camera. That's cool. Bridal exit. I'm not sure what the bridal exit is. Revolver cloth. Ooh, a whole bunch of screws. Is this the sample? This must be the sample container. Okay. And then we'll have to take the wheels off ultimately. But I think those aren't terrible to take off on this guy. We've got revolver cloth B. Okay, it's not too terrible. So I think this is the caching mechanism, which it, you know, Perseverance can take caches of stuff, samples of Mars, to bring them back to Earth eventually, and someday we'll figure out how to get them back, and they're going to be really cool samples when we do. If we don't actually send humans there first. It'll help us understand a lot better what it's made out of. What was that? No big deal. Okay. So then let's take you out. Yep, the camp caching. Yeah. Have my work phone and my personal phone, and just was trying to figure out what was going on because I got a whole bunch of notifications at once, which usually is something I need to take care of fairly quickly, but this one was not. Okay, let's see. Let's take you off. That's a lot of screws. Okay, and a motor, just traditional 3 points. Yeah, the upper arm assembly is one that does need a lot of finicking, but it makes sense it would need a lot because you got to take all the instruments off first. My goal is to take the wheels off last. Yeah, this thing is replaced. This is going to be absolutely hideous to figure out what needs to be fixed and what doesn't. It's okay. This would be an interesting speed run to see how quickly you could do this. I think we're pretty close to as quick as you can go too so far. There'll be a lot of micro optimization, I think. Which is not exactly the kind of problem that I really enjoy in gaming. I didn't do a full speed run, but I was trying to do a all achievements run of Factorio, which does involve a little bit of speed run, and it was just so much work. And I decided that wasn't really my thing. We got a docking sensor. Nope, we got a motor, okay. Then I think we can take the head off. There we go. So the mast arm is quite easy to take off. The arm is not so easy. But we're getting there. Let's see. Take you off. I think I own a few games like Car Mechanic Simulator. It'd be a little tempting to try those and see how they differ, but man, I cannot help myself when it comes to space games. You guys should know this about me already. Okay, we're getting there. Now we need to take this guy off. Of course, the fastest way you could do this would be to have the fixed parts ready to go ahead of time. So many different motors on this. I do want to know where they came up with the part list for this. Okay. So we got a lot of little doohickeys. What is this? Parapet. So presumably this is part of what the arm must have been connected to here somewhere. Parapet capture. When it was being shipped. Okay. Getting somewhere. Let's take off the mast. I do love that the mast comes off in just one fell swoop. Makes fixing it an absolute delight. Okay, so we still got this. Oh, this antenna does exist on Curiosity. It was the most annoying part to fix on it of this. Oh, there's a cover. Okay. We got the antenna. I assume with really high frequency signals, you don't use wires, you use like waveguides to send it from point A to point B. Aft crossbeam. Name chips. Oh! Yeah, I think my name's actually on this chip. Before it launched, you could put your names onto it. I may have put my kids' names onto it too. Another antenna, UHF antenna. This is... I want to say this can talk to the satellites that pass overhead. The real one I know looks different. It has like gold foil on it. It's kind of interesting. Helicopter antenna. Okay, so this is how you talk to Ingenuity. This looks like a calibration. Yep. Getting close to having this whole thing stripped. We will see the naked Percy. Sounds so wrong. Alright, let's see here. Helicopter electronics. Okay. Take off the cameras. They look like they're broken, so they need to be fixed. Good. Whew, those lenses look so broken. Okay. We got something in here. Like, why do I have to zoom in just to take off one screw? Okay, it looks like we got everything off the top. The only thing that's left is the wheels. Alright. So let's start taking off the wheels. I don't think this is too bad if I remember right. Yeah, just a mere 2 things for each wheel. And then it's a couple of framework parts beyond there. Guess each joint has like 3 parts too. So it's like a dozen parts for each side, roughly. A little bit more than that. That looks like the old mouse connectors. I was watching Joe Barnard, who, you know, he builds rockets, and he was talking about how he uses a VGA cable in his design to send signals to the various parts. It's like, just leave me alone, I know. It's kind of funny. I haven't used one of those cables in a long time. Obviously I used to a lot more. Okay, I'll take you off. We're getting somewhere. Plop, and then take you off. Okay, and up here. Okay. Ooh, this is the final connector on this side, and then one more of these wheels, and we will have this entire thing ready to go. Okay. 3, 4. Okay, take you off. Okay, looking good. Let's take you off. Hopefully just like 5 more parts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be a few more than 5, I think, but not too many more. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5 is in here, 6, 7. So I think 7 parts will be the total that will need to be taken out from there. This looks like the old monitor cables and mouse cables. This connector, right? It might even be. They often use some of the older cables for stuff like this. You'd be surprised. Okay. Okay, 2 more connectors and I believe I will be done with the achievement. Okay. No! Oh, there's still some more garbage. Lovely. Inlet filter is pretty dirty. Okay. What is this? What is that? Is that a camera? Maybe downward facing camera for EDL? Okay, disassemble Percy completely. I'm naked achievement unlocked. Woo! Soup can body. So all we have to do is fix it, put it back together, and we will have the final achievement, and I will have another game 100% completed. Since I used to have Factorio 100% completed and I no longer do, then, you know, it's always good to get those extra ones. Most of the games I have 100% of these days are relatively easy ones. Relatively short ones is really the key. cooler. And that seems to be fine, so I think we're good. So let's just get this part printed. So that is thermal, electric cooler, and UV, a couple of CCDs, transmission and UV spectro. Let's go ahead and clean the parts that we've got that need clean. I can't tell if nothing else needs it, so let's see here. Inlet filter, inlet filter, inlet filter. That's one of the last parts. Yeah, not surprisingly we need a new inlet filter, okay. So soup can body, let's just start piecing it together. Okay. Okay. So that's fixed. Let's see. Pixel. Got a dust cover. Okay. Woo, that's a lot of screws. Don't think I've ever seen so many screws in one single time on this game. Just gotta get this guy out, so okay. Still gotta get the X-ray head. I gotta get this guy out. This guy out. Everything else in there looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and just operate on the assumption that this is all we're going to do. So we got X-ray head, flood illuminator, low voltage control. X-ray head detector or X-ray head? X-ray head. Okay. Flood detector, and then what was the other one? Low voltage control. Let's go ahead and print the inlet filter while we're at it. I don't see anything else that just is fixed by itself, so okay. Okay, so let's get this repaired. So this is some kind of an X-ray sensor, which is probably why it had so many screws. Would make sense. I'd love to know how real these things are. Then again, some things like I know like the antennas have a slightly different coloring that they could have done easily and they didn't. It tells me that they can't be that accurate. Okay. And the dust cover, and it should be good. Every part looks good. Okay. I think at this point in time, it is just put the clothes back on. Let's start with the RTG for no particular reason. There's no electronics for this last one, which is interesting. It really wasn't that complicated what was broken here. I think this tubing is so it can transfer heat to the main part of the rover, because most of the electricity used for rovers on Mars is actually to keep them warm. But if you have an RTG, you don't need that. What's crazy is the next helicopter that is being built is called Dragonfly. It's going to fly to Titan and it'll use one of these RTGs. Which they're pretty heavy, but flying on Titan turns out is one of the best places to fly in the solar system. In fact, it's the best place to fly, other than the fact that you can't breathe and you can't use an oxygen breathing engine. But you could take oxygen as your fuel or some sort of oxidizer and it would work just fine, because the air there is methane and ethane, which is combustible fuel. So you almost operate the opposite of how you do on Earth, which is kind of cool. I've definitely never taken that beam off before. Okay, name chips. Kind of cool knowing my name is on there somewhere. Pretty sure my name's on there. I have to double check. I think there's a list somewhere of the names that are on there, and I could check. little antenna for Percy. We got the camera. It's a down-looking camera even though it's facing up. So this camera had a really cool video of the sky crane deploying, which was really neat. Well, Percy's got some clothes on now. So this has different samples of materials so that way you can calibrate the camera to see what the different things are made out of on the surface. Of course, it will get covered in dust, which limits its use, I think. But, minor detail. Not quite sure what that is. Okay. Okay, this is looking fine. UHF-A radio. So you have backup radios. It may only have one antenna, but you have redundant radios, so that way you're good. And this is the helicopter communication box. Okay, so we got the cover on. We're getting there. Poor little Percy almost has clothes on again. Let's get the everything on top first. So this is the low gain antenna that is the backup communication if all else fails. We don't use it very often, but it's always good to have a backup means because these spacecraft, they have to point their antennas very, very carefully. And if something gets out of calibration, you want to have a way to be able to still talk to the spacecraft. It's even been useful, like Galileo, the high gain antenna never fully deployed, and so it had to use its low gain antenna even for its science mission, which was rough. Whoops. Okay. Didn't actually mean to put this guy on yet, but I'm not going to turn it away. Let's see, bridal exit B. I think this is for the arm. This was the what held it down while it was entering. RDS, I do not know off the top of my head what it does. I need to look this up. Bridle exit A. Yep. Similar thing. This could be also what held it to the sky crane mechanism before it deployed. Okay, we've got an actuator cap. Okay. Start assembling the arm. It annoys me that you have to click on it to zoom in, even though it's almost at the right spot anyways. Like, why can't you just get to the right spot and let me zippity-doo-dah with these when there's only one? I understand when there's more than one, but when there's only one, there's a lot of these motors on this thing. Okay. This looks like it's busted. It really does. I'm gonna double check to make sure that this is actually good. $87%, alright. Well, interesting. Trying to figure out why there were so few actuator caps, but those are the ones that hide inside the wheels, aren't they? We've got parapet capture. This is where the mast arm was. So those other bridles, they're either for mast or they are, I suspect more likely that they are where it connects when to the sky crane mechanism until that deploys, because it can't just be hanging by the cables the entire time. So I have two adaptation. Okay, let's just put you in. Yeah, there we go. It hadn't zoomed right, so I couldn't see what I was doing. Because this is the one we have a spare of because I couldn't figure out how to fix the first one. Let's get the mast on. Sometimes the camera zoom doesn't work quite right. This is definitely a thing I've noticed. Okay. Mass is mostly pretty pictures and some other stuff, although that also has the laser that likes to shoot rocks to hear them scream. Let's see what they're made out of. Yeah. Because it's the caching mechanism, you have lots and lots of screws to make sure you don't get any stray dirt. You want to keep the samples clean. Okay, let's get the cloth B on. No cracks at all allowed, and it's a very complex shape. Guess that's that. Let's see, I think we might be mostly done. Organic reference material, interesting. Must be a target for one of the arms. Yeah, Sherlock, that's gotta be like a microscope type thing. So these are calibration targets for the arm to help determine what stuff is made out of. Let's put you on here, form assembly. Got another engine. Okay, we're getting close to all of the top side, which is about half of the stuff. The wheels are still quite a complex thing. And we've got a lot of parts on the underside as well. I think this arm is the single most complicated thing. Okay. And there should be one more cover. I kind of like the progression, how, you know, things like this they didn't used to cover and now they do in the more modern spacecraft. Okay. Pixel. Yep, the X-ray sensor. Woo. So many screws on this thing. So many screws. Getting close to finishing the achievement run. Okay, we put this on last time, so this is no big deal. Whew, we're getting close. Man, I did not realize how long just this would take. But then again, you know, it's about the right length for a stream. I just started later than normal is all. Because reasons. Okay, Sherlock. Okay, drill contact sensor, so I guess that way it knows if it's, you know, hit the ground, which makes sense. You always like to have stuff like that, especially for something that's so high precision. I guess this is a dock for the caching chamber. Ah, that makes sense. So this way it knows exactly where it is, so it can precisely place things. Yeah, really have some kind of clever things with this. And then this is the corning bit. Okay, the arm is put together. We've got this guy though. L cam. This is landing cam, I guess. Because why else would you need a camera that points straight down? Like, really? EDL down-looking camera. I guess this was a better camera, a more modern one, so it had the backup of the older one. I'm guessing that's how it was. And I guess we'll put the wheel assembly together. So the goal is to get everything except for the parts underneath put together with this run. We'll get everything on this side first. And there should be an actuator cap on here. Okay, the wheel actuator caps are different, which makes sense than the other actuator caps. Wheel mount. Okay, looking fine. Oh, I see the objectives there. All this time I've been ignoring that. Okay. Sounds like my roommate's home. Let's see here. Get this guy on. We're getting close. Another maybe 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to do this before I hit the 2-hour mark for the stream. 15 minutes. Not like I can really speed this up any though. This just takes a lot of time. So maybe this wouldn't be an interesting speedrun because there's not really a lot you can do to optimize it, and most of it's just wait time. Okay. So I think this side is now completely good. We'll double check real quick. Those are guts underneath. Yep, that looks good. So let's get this guy assembled. Okay, and then just torque these in. Just as normal suspension. Good, good. At the museum that I volunteered today, they had the Fantastic Four preview was there, and they had all of the cast there, which is kind of interesting. I did not know about it until basically right before the event. Just like anybody who was paying any attention to. I found out about it on my local subreddit. Kind of interesting though. Okay. looking good. They had a bunch of younger people there, and I think they were, from what I've heard, theater students that are local, which is kind of cool. I'm sure they loved it. Okay. Got you, almost connected, and there. Just need the wheel mounts, I believe, the last one. And then this will be good, and then I'm pretty sure the only thing we've got left is the guts. Which there's only a dozen or so different things to add after this, so this is good. We're almost done. But I'm actually making good time. I might even do my original 10-minute guess. Just a quick peek. Looks good. Okay. There's more than a dozen of these in here, but that's okay. This may have been the single most annoying spot. I don't remember putting the filter back in. Moxie. So this is a device that could make oxygen. The inlet filter was for this. They just wanted to see how well it worked. In theory though, you know, if some Martian got stuck on there, they could use this and it would produce enough oxygen for them to breathe if they could produce enough electricity to run it. So barely enough for one person to breathe. But, you know, it's something. Okay. Good. Okay. Oh, the instructions were covering it. If I hit 4, okay, there we go. That's better. There's a lot of computer parts in here. Thank goodness we didn't have to actually take any of these circuits apart for this. Okay, Sucam body unit. I wonder if they actually do have stuff, instrument packages on the inside of here. Some of them probably do, but Sucam, that's on the mast. I guess you could run the cables all the way down there, but Yeah. Ooh, VC is broken still. Okay. Glad I noticed the VCE is broken. Is that an electronic part? Is that why we didn't see it before? Yeah, it looks like everything else is good. Just one engine left. VCE. Just, okay, we got one wheel cap here. Not surprised I missed one of these. They're easy to miss. We did miss the filter, not a surprise there either. We'll get it fixed in a sec. Okay. This is the filter for the Moxie. It has to take in air and relatively pure air. Actually, pretty pure air. So that way it could work. This is one of the big tests that they actually need to do, see how well the filter worked. Microphone, okay. So we could hear the landing, the sound of landing on Mars. I think that's good. So let's get you. So glad I noticed this. Okay. And then this should be everything fixed after this. It is repaired. Woohoo! We got it fully assembled, thank goodness. Okay, and then all we need to do is calibrate you. And complete the order. Okay. Oh, there's another mission. 10 minutes, we can do this for 10 minutes. There's another long mission though, screw it. But our time seems to be about half of the standard. So rough with the poor little guy. Okay, well, we need to take you off and get you calibrated. You need off. This is dirty. This is dirty. This calibration target seems clean though, so there's that. Anything else that we notice? Not really. Alright, let's start with cleaning these stuff. Okay, now let's get to the warehouse and we'll check these guys. Okay, was none of those. Interesting. Okay. What else could it be? Those guys look good. So the only thing else, monthly weather report, turns out didn't collect any weather data. So if it doesn't look like anything on the top, it's got to be something on the inside. Okay. Kind of worries me we've gone through 3 minutes and we still don't even know what's broken yet. Gone through 30% of our time. But we did, you know, check all of the dusty stuff. Aha! Easy peasy. So let's go to the bench real quick. Okay, nothing. So what kind of electronics is it? Meta electronics. That must be the weather station. Okay. So we'll put the calibration targets back on. Put the EDL camera. I love how it's down facing camera that's facing up. You know, they did want them to be the same type of camera, so yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Hope this is the last one, because this is my last one way or another. Why would we do another one that was... If there was another one that could be done in 10 minutes, I would do it. And then we'll get you put on. I think that's gonna do her. Yeah, just need to restart you. Easy peasy. No, 2 hard ones. 31 minutes yet. Nope. Suspension looks terrible. This probably would have been a better one to do the full scrap, but that's okay. We're not going to do these now. I'll do these another time so I have another excuse to stream at a later date. Thanks guys for everything. Appreciate all you do. Till next time, keep on tracking. Take care. We will see you then. Bye bye.